Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. So I have a background in magic and technology, and magicians are interesting. Their illusions accomplish what technology cannot. But what happens when the technology of the day seems almost magical? What happens when you can do this?
I'm sorry.
Now, 100 years ago, that would have been the magic of levitation. Is it possible to create illusions in a world where technology makes anything possible? Jump. Now, if you know how the trick is done, where is the illusion? But still, our imagination is more powerful than our reasoning. And it's easy to attribute personality to machines. Now, these are quadcopters, but they are more than mechanical flying machines. They analyze the environment around them and react to everything I do. Advanced algorithms allow these autonomous machines to fly in close formation, aware of each other, aware of me. Mathematics that can be mistaken for intelligence, and intelligence for personality. Anthropomorphism, that's the illusion. An illusion created by technology and embroidered by our imagination to become an intelligent flying robot, a machine that appears to be alive. Thank you. I think they say hello. Okay, guys, that's it. Let's go for a soft landing. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, maybe time to go home. How about we try it over here? Okay. I think everybody can fit on this. Everybody. Let's get up. Just like this, perfect. No pushing, everyone. Come on, that's it. Everyone can fit. There you go. 1, 2, and that's it. Thanks. Well, thank you very much. So, as you already heard, my name is Marco Tempest. I'm a creative technologist and I'm a storyteller. I work with NASA at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, and I'm the director of the Extended Reality Studio in Zurich for Accenture. It's there where we research and develop hybrids of illusion and technology. These systems can be used to create new forms of interactive and immersive experiences. The tools of our trade include augmented and virtual reality, gestural sensing, projection mapping and tracking, to produce experiences that sometimes appear to go beyond what is currently possible. Now, one use of these systems is to help forward plan new technology. We think of it as prototyping the new. This prototyping of the future and the origination and visualization with new technologies has many real-world applications. It can be used to bring added value to your project, no matter what industry you work in. It has enormous outreach potential when it comes to marketing and PR. And it assures readiness as these technologies rapidly enter the marketplace. But beyond that, it helps our clients to inspire everyone within their company and outside it about their current work and future ventures. It's a dynamic, emotional vision that inspires. Now, if you'd like to learn more, I'd be happy to talk with you. But meanwhile, I'd like to ask to the stage Yves Bernaert, which will show you and share with you our technology vision in a very special way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marco.
I'm extremely pleased to be all of you with Marco here today to talk about our technology vision. And we saw some example of the way we are bringing the message to you using magic, because we believe technology is magic and we must make the impossible possible. So, unleashing the intelligent enterprise, this is the vision we have. What we want to do is to ensure that every company can unleash the intelligent enterprise within them. And this is our vision for the coming year. This is our vision, and we strongly believe that there are few trends that's going to help us and help every company, all of you, to rotate to become this intelligent enterprise. So if we move to the first trend of the 5 trends, we talk a lot about AI. We heard that many times. But the first trend is around that what we wish to create is a citizen AI, an AI that is responsible, an AI where leaders, will ensure that their responsibility is at stake and they will do everything they can to ensure they do it this way. There are many examples, like in medicine. If you look at the New York Icahn School of Medicine, what happened over there? They've been scanning 700,000 patient files. And what's going on there? They are able to help to diagnose 76 diseases automatically. And this is what we call citizen AI, doing it for the good. It's just like AI is easy to develop. What is not easy is to ensure the data you use are correct, and you teach AI like you do teach your kids. I do have kids, and I can say it's pretty hard to do, right? You need to tell them what is good. You need to tell them what is bad. Just the same thing for AI. And when you try it and you use some translation tool, and you type something like, she is a doctor, and you go to any language, and you go back to English, it will tell you, he is a doctor. That's not okay, right? If you type things like, he is a babysitter, the system will bring back to you, she is a babysitter. This is bias. This is just not acceptable. So as leader, we need to ensure we do AI as a citizen AI responsible leader. So that was the first trend. The second trend, and Marco referred to it, is all about extended reality. The keyboard was invented in 1974. Do you remember that? And, that time was pretty a long time ago, right? So from extended reality, we believe this is going to be the new way to interact system. Keyboard's going to be out. Screen's going to be out. Major company will start to embrace extended reality, not for tooling, gaming, etc. That will happen. But in business it's going to happen. Major company like company building airline are already, those great companies are already using it, like putting the seats, the seats under the plane. The workers are equipped with those glasses, which tell them exactly what to do. While they are putting the seats on the plane, the system tells us to adjust to make it right. And if they need help, the system will help them to make it right. And productivity in a process, in just one process like that, putting a seat on a plane, can be improved by 500%, 500 basis points. And you can get the error rate from wherever it was to 0. So the business impact of embracing this technology is like nothing that happened in the past. It's not a tooling, it's not a gaming, it's serious business. That was extended reality, the end of distance. So if we move to the next trend, we heard a lot about data. We heard a lot about, we need to collect structured, we need to collect unstructured data to run our business. But what we believe here is that what is even more important is the data veracity, the quality of the data. So that's what we try to illustrate over here, right? We need to ensure the data we are putting in the system is correct. Having a massive amount of data is not good enough anymore. The quality of the data is going to be the game. Of course, the property of the data, but the quality is going to be the game. If you take examples and you are an oil company, your decision to drill at a place, to drill somewhere, is mainly based on data. And if the data you are putting in your AI system is wrong, then you're going to drill at the wrong place. That's going to be a massive issue. When Elon Musk is sending his Dragon capsule into the sky, there are 6 computers working in pairs. And their only objective is to check that the data coming in is correct. And if the pair say no, the process is stopped, because if it says yes and there is a problem, then it can create a critical impact on this mission with the Dragon capsule. So that's going to be, we believe, a big trend, not talking about big data anymore, but still doing it, but talking about the data veracity. This was the third trend I wanted to cover. The next trend, which is a very interesting one, is all the fact that a business in itself, when you are running a business in your industry, you can't work in silo anymore. It's impossible. There are many players around, with ecosystem, partners, supplier, and those ones, you need to get them interconnected with your system. There is no other way to operate. You will never be successful anymore if you consider that you are alone in your industry. So connecting with your ecosystem is going to be the way of operating. So the core system have to move to the cloud. Companies have to create microservices to ensure their system is agile enough to connect to any partners. This is what very well-known companies like Nike with Amazon, they are doing, where they can sell their product through Instagram. This is seamless. This is totally integrated. Or major company, let's say a pharma company in the US, Walgreens, they implemented that in 6 months to implement 275 partnership online connection for their loyalty program for the end user and their client to use their point wherever they are at any shop. Before that, it would have taken years to do it, because their system has rotated to the new, and through APIs and microservices it's connected, then they can launch those new services. And that's not a way to just increase the revenue. It's a question of survival, because the companies who are interconnected online with their ecosystem, partners, supplier, and all technology ecosystem will be the successful company. A last one as an example on that, I believe, because we talk a lot about tech for good, right? There is a massive issue around refugees, in particular in Europe. And the biggest problem for these people, you know how important it is to have an identity. And they don't have any identity card. They can't show their card. And it is so important for them. ID 2020 implemented a system using blockchain to create digital identity for refugees in Europe, and to get to 1 million of them equipped with an identity so they can circulate, they can acquire things, they can identify themselves. So that's what we believe is a good example of using technology connected to the ecosystem for the good. So this is what I was calling frictionless business. The last topic, which I think is an interesting trend, is around internet, not of thing, but internet of thinking. Internet of thinking is the new way to look at it, because there are billions of devices that's going to be around us, on not only our phone, but everything. But the new way of developing system will be to ensure that we develop system in the product, in the edge, computer in the edge. That means what? Before, we were developing system in the backend, maybe in the cloud. Today, the way to develop system now is within the device. So the system collects the data on the device, process the data, and launch the transaction. Imagine you are driving a Virgin E-Formula race car, right? And you are on your car. Computing in the edge, Internet of Thinking, what does it mean? It will collect the data while you are driving. It will process the data, the software on it. Doesn't need to connect to any cloud. And then what happens is that it is adjusting the car while the car is driving through the race. That is a new way of computing, a new way to design a system, and we're going to have to adjust ourselves, not only as company, but the talent we acquire to be able to do that. So this was Internet of Thinking. So let's maybe recap what we just talked about. The main topic is about unleashing the intelligent enterprise. It's all about citizen AI. It's all about extended reality, the end of distance. It's not about data veracity, not big data, but data veracity. It's all about frictionless business to connect with your ecosystem, right? And it's all about Internet of Thinking, computing in the edge. By doing all of those 5 things in the next few years, for any big company you are, this is what we call unleashing the intelligent enterprise. So we encourage every company to look at this vision and see what they have to do, not the day after tomorrow, but today and tomorrow, to embrace those technology to become an intelligent enterprise. So with this, I would like to thank again Marco, with whom we are working on some ways to bring magic in technology to make the impossible possible, and working together to transform our vision into reality, making all company becoming an intelligent enterprise. Thank you very much.